Welcome to the Building Beyond podcast. I'm your host, Shayndel Noval, and today we're diving into a crucial topic: sustainable cities and communities. Whether you're in a bustling city or a small town, the way we design our urban spaces shapes our future. In today's episode, we'll explore innovative ways to build sustainable, resilient, and inclusive cities. We'll touch on everything from green infrastructure to social equity and discuss how we can all contribute to making our communities more sustainable. I'm joined today by my co host Jamila Lampauog and two amazing guests who are here to share their insights: Hideo Tanaka and Trixie Artos, both passionate about sustainability and urban development. Just to set expectations, this is not a promotional conversation. It's an open, engaging discussion about the future of our cities. So, get ready for some valuable ideas and actionable takeaways.
Did you know that cities only occupy 3% of the Earth's land, yet they consume over 75% of global resources and produce more than 70% of CO2 emissions? In addition to this, urban areas have 30 to 40% infrastructure and only about 20% greenery. When the World Health Organization recommends at least 50 square meters per person for better air quality and overall well being.
Now, let's dive deeper into SDG 11: Sustainable Cities and Communities. SDG 11 is all about creating cities and human settlements that are inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. SDG 11 focuses on making cities sustainable by addressing key areas. First, it calls for inclusive and safe urban spaces, ensuring everyone, regardless of background or income, can live in a safe, accessible environment. Next, it emphasizes affordable housing and public transport, making cities more accessible and reducing inequality. It also highlights the importance of resilience to natural disasters, ensuring cities can withstand and recover from climate impacts. Finally, SDG 11 promotes environmental sustainability, aiming to reduce pollution, conserve resources, and protect ecosystem.
So it's about creating spaces when everyone can thrive no matter their background, while also ensuring our cities are sustainable for future generations. To help us break this down, we're joined by two amazing guests. First, we have Trixie. Trixie, could you share with us the importance of urban planning and green infrastructure in building sustainable cities? And maybe provide an example of a successful sustainable city.
Urban planning focuses on creating societies that are efficient, accessible, and livable while preserving natural resources. Green infrastructure like parks, green roofs, and urban forests helps address environmental issues such as stormwater runoff, air pollution, and urban heat. It also provides spaces for people to connect with nature and improve well-being. A great example of this is Singapore, which has integrated nature into its urban landscape with rooftop gardens, green walls, and parks. It's a model of sustainability, showing how smart planning and green infrastructure can make cities more resilient and livable.
Good day, everyone. I am Hideo Tanaka, a community leader and student advocate, standing before you not just to speak, but to ignite change. Today, we face a crucial challenge: urban development that often overlooks the very people it should uplift. Our local communities, particularly in developing urban areas, struggle with inadequate infrastructure, unreliable internet connectivity, environmental degradation, and social inequality. Here in Mindanao, we witness firsthand the impact of poor city planning, flooded streets, slow economic growth, and marginalized voices left unheard. Development often prioritizes economic gain over sustainability, leaving behind communities that lack access to clean water, green spaces, and digital opportunities. How can we expect progress if we neglect the very foundation of our society, our people? We do not need to wait for large institutions to act. Change begins at the grassroots level. Here's how. First, community driven planning. Encourage resident led discussions in urban projects. Local voices must shape local policies. Second, sustainable infrastructure. Push for eco friendly initiatives like rainwater harvesting, urban farming, and better waste management. Third, stronger digital access, advocate for faster and more affordable internet, ensuring that the education and work opportunities reach everyone. And lastly, youth involvement. As students, you must step up, engage in policy discussions, and take part in local sustainability efforts. Now, sustainability isn't just a goal, it's a responsibility. If we want to build a future where cities thrive, where no community is left behind, we must act now. Let's work together, raise awareness, and implement practical solutions. Because real change doesn't start in government halls, it starts in the heart of our communities. Together we build, together we rise.
Now that we've covered the key aspects of SDG 11, let's dive deeper into some important questions that challenge us to think critically about how we can make cities more sustainable. I'll pass it over to Jamila to kick things off.
Thanks, Shayndel. Let's start by asking, what do you both think are some of the biggest challenges cities face when trying to become more sustainable? From rising populations to limited resources, there's a lot to consider. Trixie, what's your take on this?
That's a great question, and there are definitely a lot of challenges in our city, primarily due to rapid urbanization and rising populations. This growth increases demand for housing, transportation, and infrastructure, straining resources like water and energy. Additionally, overhauling infrastructure to include energy-efficient buildings and green transportation is costly and complex. Waste management is another critical issue as cities must effectively reduce, recycle, or compost the large amounts of waste they generate.
I completely agree with this perspective. As cities expand, the challenges of sustainable urban development become more pressing. Beyond infrastructure and waste management, another key issue is equitable access to resources. Rapid urbanization often leads to socio-economic divides, where marginalized communities struggle with inadequate housing, poor sanitation, and limited access to technology. To address these challenges, public-private partnership and community-driven initiatives are crucial, engaging citizens in urban planning, leveraging technology for smart city solutions, and promoting policies that balance economic growth with environmental responsibility that can lead to a more inclusive and sustainable future.
Those are some solid points. Now, when we discuss about the future of this work, it's often said that young people will be the ones leading in charge. But what does this actually look like in real terms? Hideo, what are your thoughts on this?
Thank you for that great question. Young people are not just the future, they are the now. Our role in urban development and sustainability goes beyond words. It requires action. For students and young professionals, involvement can take many forms. First, education is key. Staying informed about urban challenges allows us to advocate effectively. Joining or forming youth-led initiatives focused on sustainability, digital inclusion, and infrastructure improvement can amplify our impact. Volunteering in community projects, collaborating with local leaders, and even leveraging social media for awareness are practical ways to get involved. At the end of the day, real change happens when young voices are not just heard, but also valued in decision-making spaces. The question is not if we will lead the charge, but how soon we are willing to step up. And the answer? That starts with us today.
Young people bring fresh ideas and energy that are essential for change. Collaboration is key. Whether through tech, design, or activism, we can approach sustainability from different angles. It's not just about joining the conversation, but shaping it. Grassroots movements can also create real impact, turning collective action into lasting change. Together, we can make sustainability a core part of how cities evolve.
Great points. Speaking of innovation, what are some of the most creative approaches cities around the world are using to improve sustainability? Any examples that really stand out to you?
Cities worldwide are getting creative with sustainability. Copenhagen aims to be carbon neutral by 2025, focusing on cycling, renewable energy, and green buildings. Singapore has transformed urban spaces with vertical gardens, rooftop farms, and smart tech to optimize energy use. while Amsterdam promotes a circular economy, electric vehicles, and carbon footprint reduction. This shows how innovation and rethinking urban living can drive sustainability.
I completely agree. These cities set a strong example of how innovation and strategic planning can make urban spaces more sustainable. Beyond these efforts, other cities are also implementing unique sustainability strategies. For example, Stockholm integrates nature into urban planning with its eco districts, while Seoul has revitalized all infrastructure like the Changyongchon stream, turning it into a thriving green space. Even developing cities are adopting local solutions, such as Bogota's extensive bus rapid transit system, which provides an affordable and eco-friendly alternative to private vehicles. This example shows that sustainability is not one-size-fits-all approach, whether through gas technology, smart mobility, or urban farming. Cities can tailor solutions to their unique challenges while prioritizing long-term environmental and social benefits.
That's a fantastic example, Hideo. It's amazing how cities are coming up with creative solutions to promote both sustainability and inclusivity. Now let's dig deeper into how these changes affect us personally. Trixie and Hideo, how does sustainable urban development impact our daily lives in ways we might not even notice? From commuting to our health and community connections, how do these changes shape the way we live every day?
Sustainable urban development quietly shapes our lives in ways we often overlook. When cities prioritize green spaces, cleaner air improves our health without us realizing it. Well planned roads and efficient public transport make commuting smoother, serving as time and energy. Stronger digital infrastructure connects us faster, making work and learning more accessible. Even small things like walkable streets and community driven spaces strengthen social ties, making our neighborhood feel safer and more connected. These changes don't always make headlines, but they quietly build a city that works for us, not against us.
Sustainable urban development impacts us in ways we might not even realize. For example, green spaces like parks improve air quality and boost mental health, while energy efficient buildings lower utility bills and makes home comfortable. Better public transportation reduces traffic and makes commuting easier. Things like recycling programs and smart technology help cut waste and conserve resources, all contributing to a cleaner, more efficient city. These changes may seem small day to day, but together they make a big difference in creating healthier, more livable urban spaces.
Both of those examples really highlight how sustainable urban development can make a tangible difference in our lives. It's clear that it takes creative thinking and bold solutions to make cities more livable and inclusive. So, with that in mind, let's have a little fun with the segment we call Fast Facts and Bold Ideas.
Each of you has 30 seconds to present an innovative or practical solution for sustainable urbanization, whether it's about public transport, waste management, or eco friendly housing. Ready, Trixie? Your 30 seconds starts now.
One innovative solution for sustainable urbanization is the concept of green roofs, rooftops covered with vegetation. Not only do they reduce energy consumption by providing natural insulation, but they also help manage storm water, reduce urban heat islands, and improve air quality. They're perfect for densely populated cities where space is limited, and they add beauty and biodiversity to urban landscapes. By turning unused roof space into green space, we can make cities more sustainable, one building at a time.
Picture a city where sidewalks do more than often just guide pedestrians. They generate energy. My solution is kinetic sidewalks, which use pressure-sensitive tiles to convert footsteps into electricity. Imagine every step you take powering streetlights, charging stations, or even small businesses. This encourages walking, reducing reliance on traditional power sources, and makes public spaces more interactive. It's a practical, people-powered way to make cities more sustainable one step at a time.
Those are both excellent ideas. It's clear that sustainable urbanization involves a mix of creativity, innovation, and community action. Thank you both for sharing your insights today. To wrap up today, we've explored the core objectives of SDG 11, creating inclusive, resilient, and environmentally sustainable cities. We discussed challenges and solutions from public transport to urban farming, and highlighted the power of innovative thinking in shaping the cities of tomorrow. Remember, everyone plays a role in making our cities sustainable, whether it's through small lifestyle changes, supporting local initiatives, or advocating for smart urban planning. Thank you so much for our guests, Trixie and Hideo, for sharing their insights, and to our listeners for tuning in today.
Don't forget, every action counts no matter how small it may seem, and be the change you want to see. Thank you, everybody, and see you around.